Good morning, my loves. It's Natalia, and welcome to our weekly readings. So it's Monday the 17th. No, it's not. Monday the 19th. I always get it wrong, don't I? Monday the 19th of October, and it's a week where we're going to be seeing the sun moving signs. So the sun is going to be moving into the sign of Scorpio this week. So happy birthday to all my lovely Scorpio viewers. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. If it's your birthday in Scorpio season, or if you've got any of your major planets in Scorpio, things like, or luminaries, should I say, the moon, your rising sign, your Venus sign. So good morning to everybody who's joining me, or good evening if you're at the other side of the world. I've still got my new moon altar up, and I thought I'd just leave it there because it's so pretty. I really liked this one this time, so I hope you will enjoy it with me. And of course we had the new moon in Libra, which is all about relationships, so I've got my two swans there creating that beautiful heart shape for love. Because we just love partnerships, don't we? Partnerships of all kinds is what the new moon brought for us last Friday. So how was the new moon for you? How is Mercury retrograde treating you, more to the point? And we've got some interactive messages as well. So we've got a purple glittery word card for you there. We've got green glitter, and then we've got golden glitter. So let me scroll through and see who is watching and say hello to you. Good morning to, let us see who's here. Pauline Smith, who you were the very first person to join us. Hello Pauline, how are you doing? Janine Smelt, good morning darling. Susanna Martins, good morning to you, and Leslie Ann Townley and Susie Stillwell. Hello. Lynn Hardy is watching, as is Nicole South. And Susie Stillwell has sent me a lovely sunshine. I hope the sun's shining where you are, Susie. Colleen is watching us. Christiane's watching. Good evening, Christiane. And Christiane sent me 100 stars. Thank you, Christiane. If you're watching on Facebook, you'll see the little stars icon. If you want to send me some stars, it always helps. And we're going to be doing it when we get the next, when we get to another 5,000 stars raised. Like 1,500 stars already in the bag. We're going to have a live tea leaf reading with the teacups again. I know you enjoyed that very much when we were at the start of lockdown. Marcella Hutchins and Shilpa are here. Hello there, lovelies. Susan Clark and Jerry O'Brien are watching. Hello. Sean Evans is watching, as is Suzanne Clark, and Francis Kelly and Angela Davis. You're in Ireland, Francis. Hello at the Emerald Isle. I love Ireland. Moira Speed is watching. Hello, Moira. Angela Davis. Karen Williams is happy birthday, Karen. Susan Clark. Breda Flynn is here. Shelley Barnes is here. Hello, Shelley. Hello to Lorraine Tyrrell. Oh my, so many of you. Sonia Anders. Christina Cunard in the Gold Coast and Queensland. I've been watching Married at First Sight, and they're all in the Gold Coast, and they're in the Surfers Paradise, and they're in Bondi, and oh my gosh, I'm really enjoying that. Retrograde was a doozy for you, Colleen. Yes. Hello to Julie Kubiak, who is love bombing me. Thank you for all the hearts, Julie. Shirley Park, hello. Athena from Belgium, hello. Marcella, good morning to you, darling. Lucy Buxton's watching. Hello, darling. Thank you for love bombing me again. Julie, I'm loving all the hearts. If anybody else wants to love bomb me, I'm open to that. I love getting the hearts. Thank you for the stars, Angela Davis. And Karen Platt is here. Lucy Buxton, Karen Williams has said hello again. And Sonia, you're on the Gold Coast. It just sounds so amazing, the Gold Coast, doesn't it? It sounds a lot better than Berry Brow, West Yorkshire. This has no glamour in where I live. Diana Rodriguez is watching as well. Right, shall I get on with the messages? And as I said, the sun's moving into Scorpio, so I think we should have a special message for all of us about what Scorpio season is bringing to us. Lorraine Tyrrell in Ireland, hello. Mary Seeley is watching, hello. How's the sound? Is the sound okay? I hope it is. So Oh my goodness, right, sorry, I'm just going to tell you about what the angel cards are that we're using this morning. So these are the Angel Tarot deck by Radley Valentine, republished under Radley Valentine. So you can get those. They are amazing, my go-to cards. Sue Stainer and Lee Mackey and Mana Doshi are watching. Shelley Barnes is watching. Oh, you want the gold one, do you? Ah, very good. Good choice. Nicole, the new moon in Libra might have sent someone a little bit special your way. Well, we talked about that, didn't we? We talked about love and relationships and partnerships. So, oh, that's exciting. Lucy, I am the glamour in Yorkshire. Well, if you saw me right now, you wouldn't say that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I've had a very, very lazy weekend. I went out and just ate and drank nice things on Saturday, and then I just literally kind of did my cleaning and sat under a blanket all day yesterday. So I don't look the best, but I'll take that, thank you. Robin Steele, good evening. Sue Fletcher's watching. Diane Andrews is watching. Meta Makak, is that how you pronounce your name? Masak? Meta. Okay. There are our messages, and then we'll go into the interactive, because I know you love to get your personal messages in. Mel Sykes is watching as well. Hello, Mel. All right. Now let us see what we can see. I'd love to pass on the messages for you for this new week as we go into Scorpio season. Rebecca Mason, Sandra Hughes. Hello, darlings. All right, so this is the start of the week. This is like Monday, Tuesday, going into a bit of Wednesday. Oh, look at this. We've got the world. Everything's coming together. Now, when we get the world card, this is a big old message for us all about being open to truth, being open to our personal truth, being open to others' truths if they want to speak it. And that truth is very revealing. So Mercury retrograde, Mercury's going backwards in the sky. Mercury affects the mind, the thinking, communication. So you might hear communication from others. This could be also a couple of days where people, tell you stuff, they tell you some whole truths, but that truth really helps you to understand who you are, where you're at, what it is that you need to be doing. So I love it when the world card comes up, because it's about showing us the bigger picture. It's about really being, having things revealed to us. So you might get some kind of better understanding of your place in the world. The world can also speak of people from around the world contacting you, or you being more in touch with people from different places, people who are different to you, experiencing different cultures, new foods, new things. But it's about a wrapping up of something. This could also be, if you've got any kind of projects that you're working on, anything that you have a deadline around, you can get those things completed over the next couple of days. It might take a lot of hard work. It might take put you under pressure to do that, but what it is going to do is be very revealing about just how much you're capable of achieving, and just how much this is going to have an impact on you further down the line. Okay, so no matter how hard you're working, how much pressure you're under, wherever you're feeling like you might be in your corner of the world, and just like I said, I'm in unglamorous Berry Brown in West Yorkshire, but I'm still reaching people all over the world. People in Australia are watching me, and various other places. I can't remember where people were saying that they were from, but I know that you're watching me in the USA, in Ireland, in Europe. It's just wonderful to be able to do that. So there's great connectivity, and be open to things being more expansive over the next couple of days. Okay, there are so many of you joining me while I was talking. I can't say hello to everybody, but I'm going to move on with the messages. But if you've just joined in, hello to you all. Welcome. It's lovely to see you. Lovely to have you here. Now, I don't know the exact day that the sun is moving into Scorpio, but I know that Wednesday or Thursday, it should be the sun should be moving into Scorpio by then, depending on where you are in the world. And so this second card represents the sun moving into Scorpio and what that means for us collectively. Okay, now this is perfect because Scorpio is a water sign. It's often baffling to think that Scorpio would be a water sign. A lot of the time, do you know, when I was first learning about astrology, I used to believe that Aquarius was the water sign and not Scorpio. But it is. Aquarius is an air sign, Scorpio is the water sign. So Scorpio season, it's great that we've got this water sign, water energy coming through. Now this is absolutely perfect Scorpio energy. And Scorpio is all about digging and really facing up to truths, facing up to reality, facing up to those dark corners where we shove things away and we don't want to deal with them. Oh, the 22nd. Thank you, Angela. So that would be Thursday. Would that be Thursday? Yeah. So the Seven of Water is very much about, look at all these possibilities, look at these things that are being uncovered for us. So sometimes we just kind of snatch at whatever's going past us, or we don't tend to really do much digging around. We tend to be very surface level because it suits us a lot of the time, doesn't it? Because when we go deep with things, it can be intense. But Scorpio is all about intensity. It's not about skimming around the surface. It's about going as deep as we possibly can, flushing out that old stuff that is hanging around and that we're dragging around with us. It's deep, it's dark, it can be sinister at times, but it gives us a lot of riches, a lot of treasure can be found in those dark places. So don't be surprised if you find that you're having very intense conversations with people later in the week. Don't be surprised if certain things that you have made decisions around then yield to greater possibilities, so other things come in for you to explore and examine. So there are options and you've got to look at all the options. So I would say if you've got an important, so we've had the World card with something wrapping up before Scorpio season begins, and then you kind of finished and you've got this empty space and you're thinking, right, I'll just start this next thing. Well, hold on until later in the week, because it's important for you to see what else is there, to explore all avenues, to do the digging and the research. And no superficiality here. It's all about breadth, it's all about depth, it's all about intensity and scrutiny. We can't avoid it. Scorpio season makes us do those things. It can be emotional, it can be challenging, but it's so worthwhile because that's its purpose, to help us to go deeper in life. And we've had this lovely breezy air sign energy of Libra for the past few weeks, and we've had this all about, like trying to reconcile, trying to keep the peace, because Libra's all about balance. Well, Scorpio kind of shatters that. Scorpio's like, no, we sometimes have to disturb the peace, which is like what's going on outside my window at the moment. They're digging the road up. They're taking the gas pipes out yet again. They've done it about 3 times this year. But anyway, there's obviously something needs to be dug up and removed because it's toxic and it needs to be replaced. And there's discomfort that we experience within the process of that, but it's very, very worthwhile. Okay, so Lorraine, you're a November 3rd Scorpio. Well, happy birthday to you for November 3rd. So this last card represents the weekend, and what is the energy that's coming up for the weekend? Oh, it looks like it's going to be busy. So the Knight of Fire always promises action, action-packed, lots going on, things happening quickly, maybe some short journeys, maybe somebody riding into your life who is excitable and exciting. But one thing's for sure, you're going to be passionate about things. You're going to be passionate about life in general, about where you're headed. You might have discovered that you wanted to do something around the middle of the week, that you found something that you're passionate about and now you want to pursue it. Julie, yes, you can hear drilling in the background. They are replacing the gas pipes and they just started the drilling just as I started my live. So timing is everything, isn't it? So it's great. But all we can do is work with it. So this is very much about being active, being passionate, being bold, being daring, but getting on with things, okay? So it's not going to be a peaceful weekend under a blanket like it was for me yesterday. It looks like it's going to be a lot going on, but you can do this, okay? This is important. So get on with whatever it is that you have, you're feeling compelled to pursue. Or somebody may be pursuing you as well. Somebody may be feeling passionate towards you and wanting to do something to make that happen, to move that along. So explore all possibilities. And of course, Scorpio is connected with the 8th house, which is sex and money. So there you go. They say sexy Scorpio, don't they? Lots of love to you, Joanne. Phillips, sending so much love your way, my darling. I'm so sorry to read that. All right, let's get some personal messages for you now. Let's move our cards out of the way. I'm just going to show you what choices we have here. So the blue card is actually from these are called the reminder cards. Now I bought these in a second-hand shop in Glastonbury, which is said to be the heart chakra of the UK, because it's got this wonderful energy that's said to be the legendary Avalon, and it's said to be where King Arthur is buried and all of those lovely things. So I bought these in that shop, and it's To Bring Forth Your Beautiful Divine Inner Spirit by Jolene Setterfield. Now I'm assuming she's an American lady because Jolene sounds very American, doesn't it? But she's made these beautiful cards, the reminder cards. So I found these when I was doing some decluttering, and I put all of my angel and oracle cards together. So I've got some wonderful treasure that I've discovered from doing all of the clearing of the cupboards and the drawers. So we get to enjoy the reminder cards this morning because of my efforts. So we have got, I'm going to show you your choices. Pile number 1, we've got purple sparkles. Pile number 2 is the green sparkly washi tape, and pile number 3 is the little golden sparkly tape. Okay, so which one are you going to go for? So I'm going to begin. We've got 3 little cards for you. Pile number 1, we have got your word. Your word of the week is impact. So we had the World card coming up, and we've got some really interesting energies this week, a kind of a mix of things. So an impact being made at the beginning of the week, which is then going to lead you to exploring things further, and then being able to move passionately forward with whatever it is that you've come to terms with or discovered midweek. So there is going to be an impact happening this week. It's not going to be any old ordinary week. There is something impactful. Or maybe it's all about you making an impact on someone or something. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to make that impact. There's certainly an impact being made on the road outside of me as they're digging and drilling. And sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes we have to make a loud noise. Sometimes we have to make ourselves heard, make ourselves visible. Instead of waiting to be discovered, we have to go out there and be noisy. So that is what you're being told, you know, be the star and get on with it this week. If you chose number 1. If you chose number 2, your word with the green washi tape is share. So I feel like the word share is all about you sharing information with other people, sharing what you know and what you're capable of with others. So if you've got a YouTube channel, if you've got an Instagram page or a Facebook page or any kind of social media platform, and there's something you want to share, you're being asked to be quite vocal this week and share that information, that knowledge, that wisdom. So it feels like your angels want you to speak up more this week and want you to share things. Now this could also be a message for you if you've been holding things in, if you've been feeling a bit emotional and you've been feeling like, oh, I don't want to bother anybody with my problems or what's on my mind. Your angels are saying it's really important that you share that, because the problem shared is a problem halved, and you might get some really great insights into it. The other day, there's a group that I follow. It's like a jewellery making group, and this lady had shared the fact that she had an Etsy page and she wasn't doing very well selling her jewellery, and she was just feeling so upset and like she wanted to give up. And she just said, I'm sharing this, and can anybody give me any tips? And she got something like 200 responses, and I even replied to it because I felt like, oh gosh, she made me feel so upset reading her comments, and I thought I really need to share my experiences of when that's happened with me. And lots of people said, thank you for sharing that, because I was feeling like that, and it really helped me to read other people's comments, and she felt better. And I picked up a lot from reading other people's recommendations on there as well about, ways that you can get over these slumps and these bumps in the road. So do share. If you've got anything that's on your mind, don't feel like you're being a burden to others, because so many really wonderful pearls of wisdom can come out of that. And that's part of Scorpio season, is taking the darkness that we hold things in, and it's about sharing that and making sure that, sometimes just getting it off your chest makes you feel better, doesn't it? Now, lots of people are sending me stars, so I just want to say thank you. Thank you to Nicole and to Nancy Zimmerman. Thank you so much for the stars. You are sweethearts. I really appreciate it. Okay, if you chose the third little washi tape with the sparkly gold, your word is building. So this is a really good week for building something new. So something might have come to fullness at the beginning of the week, and it's leaving you with an empty space, some time on your hands, or you've completed something. Maybe in completing something you think that's done and dusted, but it's actually the start of something, because whatever you've accomplished, whatever you've been working on, has built something really special, and it goes on from there. So it's like Lego, it's not finished, you can always add more to it, and there's so much more expansion and so much more growth for you. So this is creating something that you're building this week, and whatever we build, we just go upwards and we just keep ascending. So this is a really good time for initiating things, for keeping on building on top of whatever foundations you've created. But it's certainly a great time for growth for all of you who chose number 3. All right, let's have a look at the next card. And these cards are some little handmade cards that I created. And if you want to know how to make some little cards like these, this is all in my how to develop your psychic powers and your spiritual gifts. I'm going to drop a link to my online shop. So if you go to the workshops, if you go to the workshops part of my website, you'll see my psychic development workshops in there. It's only £10, which is like $12. It's not much at all. So this is your message from my little handmade cards, and the word is destiny. Identify the barriers in your life and develop courage and strength to move beyond them. So those two go together really nicely, as I knew they would. I shuffled these, so I didn't know what they said. So your destiny at the moment is to really overcome any kind of barriers, and it may involve you opening your throat chakra more. As soon as I start talking about the throat chakra, I get all croaky. I'm so sorry, because this is about whatever blocks are in the way are actually the way. So they're in the way for a reason, for you to make an impact. Be like a wrecking ball and knock them out of the way. Don't just kind of pull up to the barrier and then stand there in front of it going, oh, there's a barrier. This is all about identifying why that barrier is there and having the strength and the courage to move beyond it, so you can make a really big impact on those barriers this week, because those barriers are your destiny. They have risen up in front of you for a reason, to show you that you can be courageous, that you can be strong. Now this is kind of reminding me, I'll give you an analogy of I've got this bath panel and it's broken. It's been broken for ages, and I've got a curved bath, like one of these corner bathtub, and it was really hard to find a panel to go replace that. It was so expensive, and so I gave up, and every day I go in there and I think, oh, I hate that broken bath panel. And I was thinking to myself, that's a barrier, but when was the last time I looked for a curved bath panel? It was 2 years ago. It's been broken for 2 years. So I went online again and I looked and I searched and I just kept going and I found a panel. And it was really affordable, and it's here now, and I'm getting somebody to fit it for me this weekend. But I've kind of had that barrier, and I hadn't had, I don't know, like the courage to do it. Sort of felt like, oh, this isn't my forte. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll get it wrong, and I did it. So I know it might be a really silly thing, but it's going to have a big impact on my life because it's going to make me so happy that every time I go in the bath, I don't nearly cut my leg off because of a sharp corner on this broken bath panel. So that's your message anyway. Whatever's in front of you is there for a reason, and it's teaching you something about overcoming it. I hope that message resonates with you, those who chose number 1. So if you chose number 2, your little card is all about illumination. And it says, open up to a different way of seeing and perceiving. Access your inner guidance. So that goes really well with the share because something is being shared with you that is going to be very illuminating. So again, I do feel like this is a really strong message for you to share, voice whatever's on your mind, whatever you've been mulling over and you've been keeping to yourself. I think it will be really illuminating for you to share, and then you'll get a different perspective on it. So I was in this business growth program a few years ago, and one of the things that I had this mentor in that business growth program, and she said to me, what do your customers want? And I was going, oh, I think they want this. And then she went, you think, but do you know? And I went, no, I don't know, but I think. And then she said, but you don't know, do you? How are you going to know unless you ask them? So I was just like, okay, well, I'll do this questionnaire for my customers. And I sent this questionnaire out. And do you know what? It was completely different, the findings, to what I actually believed, what I thought people wanted and liked about what I did and all this. And it was so illuminating. So don't be afraid to share, to speak up, to ask for others' opinions and help. Because I think that's going to be, it's going to shed a lot more light on things that you think you know, and you're going to be able to access your inner guidance as a result of it. So I think that's a really important message for you guys who chose number 2. And then finally, if you chose number 3, we have truth. The most important type of freedom is to be who you are. It's true. That is the truth. The most important type of freedom is to be who you are. So we talk about freedom, our freedoms this year have been curtailed a lot, all of us around the world, and never more so than 2020 have we collectively understood one another, because we've all been in the same boat. Everybody's lives has been touched by what's happened. And, the truth is that's a good thing. The truth is that we've all learnt something about ourselves throughout this very interesting year. But we've been told that we have to stay at home. There's certain things that we can't do. There's certain rules that were put in place and have been put in place again in where I live, in my part of the world. But one thing is for sure, that we're free to be ourselves if we truly want to be, if we want to live in truth, and if we want to see the truth about where our freedom lies. We're free to read the things that we want to read, to believe the things that we want to believe, and to pursue things. Yes, there are limitations on our freedom at the moment, but the truth is that we have so much latitude, we still do. So really be truthful with yourself this week, I feel is an important message for you, because that's going to help you to build the kind of life that you want. When you're honest with yourself, am I doing enough? Am I building things in the right way? What do I really want? Who am I? And am I afraid to speak my truth sometimes? Am I trying to please people? Am I doing what I really love? And what are the ways in which I can start to build, in a small way, the foundations for my truth and to be the real me? And yes, it takes time and it takes courage, but this is the starting point, and every day is a new beginning for that. Okay, so those are your messages. Let me move on to the reminder cards. So if you chose number 1, let's just move those out of the way. They got beautiful. I love things with keys on them. There's something about keys I just really like. And your message, let's try and read this from around the camera, is soul experience. Look at that. It's not beautiful. She's sitting there and all of the universe is within this person who's sitting there in the lotus position meditating. So I'm going to have to move this because I can't read it. Excuse me. We're all here to experience life in many different unique ways. Some experiences are already planned for us before we're born. They are soul experiences. This situation you are seeking an answer to is a soul experience. It's never meant to be understood on a conscious level. It is all part of the experience of your evolving soul in this lifetime. Action to take. Make peace with where you are now. Be present. Don't focus on the past or the future. Know in your heart everything is okay. And your powerful affirmation is, I honor my divine heart and make peace with this situation. Isn't that so? So I'm going to leave you with those messages because each one of you, that is going to mean something different too, and I don't want to put some kind of meaning on it. But soul experience, reminds us of those soul agreements that we have, the reasons why we came into this world, and some of these things that we said we wanted to experience. And a lot of the time they're the really harsh things, the hard things. And when we put it into context like that, when we stand back and look at that, sometimes it makes everything better knowing that actually this is a soul experience right here. So I will share something with you. The other day, I was feeling like, gosh, life is so hard. And I feel like I'm being buckled and crumpled by everything that's going on around me. It's been feeling tough last week, in particular, very, very tough before the new moon. And I read on Instagram, I follow a particular astrologer, I can't remember who, and they said, oh, Gemini, this has been a 12-year cycle that you've been going through, and it's been really, really hard, and you've only got 2 months left of it before there are big shifts in the cosmos and a new beginning happens. So the toughest bit is like the darkness before the dawn. You've got 2 more months of this and the 12-year cycle is ending. And I thought, yes, that is so true, because it began in 2008, this particular cycle for me of hardship. I got divorced, I moved into my home, I experienced a lot of really crushing things in my life, and this has been a tough 12 years, but it's good to know that this is part of my soul experience as a Gemini star sign and sun sign. And I'm sure many of you can resonate with that when things are really tough, just know that your soul has to experience this, and you've got this, and well done you, big pat on the back for doing this, because it's giving you so many rewards that you can't see right now, but it will in the future. Oh, you're welcome, Robin. So our second card, aren't these colours beautiful? Don't Stop Believing. I'm not going to sing that song, but you know that song. It's just brilliant, isn't it? Don't Stop Believing. Is it Glee that they used that song in? So this message is clear. Don't stop believing in you. You are a divine creation of the universe, and you are a powerful divine creator too. Go forth in your journey through life and fully believe in all you are and all you do. You are beautiful and fully supported by the universe. Action to take. Fully believe in yourself at all times. Don't listen to others who do not believe in you. You are a shining example and an inspiration to so many. Even if you don't realize this, you are flying high right now, so fully embrace and bask in the beauty of life. Woohoo! Affirmation. I fully bask and delight in the wonder of life. Isn't that gorgeous? That's you right there. Don't stop believing. Look at that. She's been showered with all of these stars and this white light, and she's she's just powering up, you know, she's just collecting her power. And our third card, aren't they lovely? Sonia, they're just beautiful. If you want to know what they are, they're called the reminder cards. So maybe you can get them on eBay or Amazon, I don't know. But I got them in a second-hand shop in second-hand bookshop in Glastonbury. And the card, if you chose number 3, is Reignited Passion. So look at this ballerina. She's twirling around. She's in her element. Soul sacral chakra energy, isn't it? Passion, all this orange. And it says, your inner flame is being reignited. This may be through lots of different reasons, perhaps a new project, a new romance, or a reignited romance with your current partner, or a reignited connection with yourself. Trust your inner guidance and your first thought which comes to mind as to what this card is specifically related to. Action to take. Send that love into yourself and your new project, new romance, etc. Let the love inspire you and move you towards your next step. And the powerful affirmation for you is, I reignite my inner flame for passion and I feel wonderful. And so it is. Get dancing, get joyful. And you know, this card says you know what this is talking about. You know if there's something that you're passionate about, or if you're reigniting that passion for yourself and your life, and you're powering up, you're building something, remember? You're building something really important, and it's growing because the foundations are in place and it's beautiful. So my loves, that is the conclusion of our readings for today. Thank you to everybody who sent me stars. If I didn't say thank you to you during the live, I'm going to post a comment later and just go through. And thank you to everybody who's joined me for the replay, everybody who's joined me on YouTube. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate your connections and your comments and your likes and shares and everything else. And I love Monday mornings. So thank you for being here with me and giving me this reason to get excited about Mondays. When 11 o'clock comes, I'm all giddy and happy because I get to talk to all of you. So I've just posted the link to my website if you would like to have a look at any of the readings that I do, if you'd like a personal reading, if you would like oracle cards, affirmation cards, meditations, any of the workshops that I offer. They're all on-demand ones, so you just get them straight to your email inbox and you can do it at your own pace and you can access the materials forever. So and all of my workshops are really affordable. So they start from something silly like £4.44, which is like $6 US. So thank you, my loves. You have a wonderful week. I'm just going to go away and carry on listening to the drilling. But take care and stay safe and blessed.